Can't use this yet. Okay, man. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, Rakam Makaposh.
Amav Kwan.
Okay, we want to start by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rachal Kodash. The honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors that there to the brothers and the highways and byways teaching the truth in all sincerity. Okay, we're back with another lesson. I'm going to entitle this one, They Stole Our Identity. Okay, and I'm referring to those so-called Jews in the land of Israel today, man. Okay, they are nothing but fake imposters. Okay, they are not Israelites, they're not Judites, they're nothing of the sort, man. Okay, they're fronting, replacing us as a God's chosen people, man. Okay, but it's a whole damn lie. Okay, and a conspiracy. I want to throw that term out there, conspiracy. But it is, it's a dark secret in the world that, is meant to deceive the masses of the people. Okay, that these so-called white people who are nothing but Edomites in the scriptures, okay, it's meant to deceive the world to make them believe that so-called white people are the children of God. Mm-hmm. And that is it, and that we are nothing, because we don't actually have a nation. Esau just calls us black. We don't have no ancestral heritage or nothing. But he's pure, he's God's people, and that's how it's been since they've been in rulership. Okay, since since they've had this enslaving, been put in the land of Israel in 1948, 49. That's the narrative they've been running with, man. Okay, but we're gonna go into some scriptures and some a little bit of information, just to show you, man. Their claim to being Israelites or being Jews or Judites or whatever, man, is completely false, man. And all they really are is just practitioners, okay, of the so-called religion of Judaism. That is all they are. Okay, they do not descend. They're not physical descendants from Israel or any tribe of Israel. Okay, they are nothing but Edomites and Idumeans. Okay, and we're gonna go through some examples, man. But we're gonna open up with Revelations 2 and 9.
This is Revelations chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. Okay, so there's those going around calling themselves Jews and they really are not. Okay, and on the earth, people consider these so-called white people Jews. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not well known that we are the Jews. That's not really out there. Okay, there's a big lie out there that everyone in the world thinks they know who the Jews are. Okay, but it ain't these so-called white people. Mm-hmm. Okay, that they got up there in the land of Israel doing all kinds of wickedness in the land of Israel. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's speaking about them. Okay, the scripture also was referencing really to us back in the time, where Israel were fragmented. Okay, and but this also applies to so-called white man today, man, because he's going around calling himself the Jews or God's chosen people, and he is nothing but the synagogue of Satan. Okay. That's just what it is right now, and the truth is coming out about that, and hence why brothers are being raised up in the earth, man, to reclaim their heritage, man. Because I said I wasn't going to go into the prophecies about it, but there are prophecies that that our people, the true Jews, the true Israelites, they were going to discontinue from their heritage, man. Okay, and a bunch of things were going to happen to them. Okay, and Israel were going to be lost, basically. Okay. But in the latter times, they were going to come back to, back into remembrance. Okay. Now, in the latter times, in these last days, man, this is what is happening. Our people are coming back into the remembrance of who they are. Okay, reclaiming their heritage, their birthright. Okay, these Edomites that are in the land of Israel today, man, like I said, they're just a bunch of imposters, and they're there to try and confuse and deceive the people who God's children are, really are. Okay, in these last times. Okay, I mentioned the conspiracy part because, like I said, it's there to set up deception. Okay, brother, can get me Psalms 83 and I'll just start from the top. Psalms 83. Yeah. I've got a quick precept for you.
Can't up.
Romans 9
and 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power.
Okay, it's said today amongst the masses of people that we are not the Israelites. Okay, we're trying to claim it back. Okay, but it's being said that we're not the children of the Most High. Okay, starting with the brothers in America, because that's where the first of us awoke. Okay, it was being said that we are not the children, man, but it's being said, in this, amongst us and among the spirit that we are. Okay, and it's being revealed that we are, according to prophecies, according to the scriptures, man. Because like I said, these guys that are in the land of Israel today, they don't fulfill no prophecies concerning the children of Israel about everything that has happened to them and everything that is happening and going to happen. They don't fulfill any of that stuff. Okay, that was it on that, yeah.
Yep. Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah, our enemies make a tumult, okay, which is like a gathering, okay, of to speak. Okay, so that's a conspiracy, man. You're a congregation of men speaking like in secret, because Israel is not a part of this group to be spoken about, right? They're coming together against the nation of Israel. Okay, and all these nations have. Okay, yep.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Yep. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Okay, and that's what has happened to us, man. People don't know us as the nation of Israel. Okay, it's been said that we're just black people, or all these what do you call it? These other denominations of black people, or you're African American, you're Caribbean, or whatever it is. Okay, we don't actually have a heritage to have, because Esau, when the so-called white people put us into slavery, man, he just labeled us. He didn't tell us who we were. He just labeled us something, man, and he happens to label us black, and he labeled himself white, just to give us a negative connotation, man. Okay, that we ain't shit and we're evil, but in nature, when really it's him who is evil in nature and black. Okay.
Part of that confederacy against our people during the time of even the transatlantic slave trade, the so-called white man, he basically made it a labor to destroy us as a people. One of those things that he made part of his agenda to destroy us as a people was to remove our identity and install a new identity. All right, and that's nothing different from today. People calling themselves so-called black people. He installed that that belief or that identity, and going all the way back to slavery, physical bondage, all right, 1620 and so forth. That was beaten into us, man. A new identity was beaten into us. It was installed into us by fear, because a good teacher is trauma. So through much trauma, our people would accept it, and through generation and process of time, our people would believe less and have less understanding or experience or knowledge of who they were.
Okay, on that point then, Ark, grab me Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and then grab me Jeremiah 17 afterwards, man, because this fulfills prophecy. You understand? Like, the fact that we don't know who we are is because of the so-called white man. To a large degree. Okay, because of the abuse that we took when he took us into slavery. Okay, but it fulfills prophecy. Okay, yep.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Okay, so we was taken in captivity in ships. Okay, and there was no one to stop that from happening, no one to save us. Okay, and like I said, under the rule of the so-called white man, we lost all recognition of who we were. Okay, even though Jake were in the right mind in the interiors of Africa, man, we were still doing things, certain things according to our ancient customs, man, as Israelites. Okay, but Esau straight up beat the shit out of us, man, and made us accept something else. Made us accept his Christianity. Made us believe that we were nothing on the earth, man. Nothing but slaves. That is what our purpose was. Okay, but that is not who we were or who we are. Okay, but like I said, this is the teaching or the schooling of the so-called white man in slavery, man. Okay, which we still under. We're still under for the most part. Okay, Jake's trying to get conscious and trying to find out things, man, but they're still under the influence of the so-called white man. Okay, but jump to Jeremiah 17 and verse 4.
This is Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Okay, so it was stated that we would discontinue from our heritage, man, and that kind of finalized itself with the fact that we went into captivity under the so-called white man, under these Edomites. Okay, we lost everything after that point. I mean, Jake was slowly losing it, okay, but Jake lost everything by that point, So it fulfilled the scriptures that we were gonna discontinue, man, and sure enough, that's what happened. Okay, that's why we're having to bring things back now, and it's strange for Jake to hear these things, but it shouldn't be strange, man. We're Israelites, man. We have a rich heritage, man. It shouldn't be strange, but it is just because of that, because that's what's happened. And Esau likes to keep it that way. Esau doesn't want us to know who we are. Okay, so yes, it is a conspiracy. Yes, there is things in place to prevent us from recognizing who we are. Okay, because he has to play the role that he is God's chosen people. He has to be the righteous on the earth. And that we're just some niggers, man. Violent people. But we all know that's you. You're trying to hide yourself.
Yep.
Okay, as well as hide who we are, you're trying to hide yourself. Okay, so you think, by putting yourselves up as Jews and all this kind of stuff, that people can't have a bad thing to say against you because God chose you.
Yeah.
God put you there. God is white and the Lord is white. You can't really say too many bad things. Or if you get a bad so-called white person, just, something happened along the way, he got corrupted and all this kind of stuff. We've seen it recently.
Lone wolf.
But that is not who you are. You are inherently wicked and evil and black, dark. Definitely. Okay, it's not surprising to us that's what you go and do. Right now, the majority of Edomites are just pacified, man. Because you're in rulership. There's no real, you're in rulership right now. You've been doing all right for a little while, but these lower level Edomites, man, they're getting disgruntled because they're losing it, man. The kingdom's going down, they're losing it. But going back to the point, man, we lost our heritage, okay, and we're having to gain that back, okay. But bro, we can get
reset real quick.
Okay, yep. Afterwards, grab me Baruch 2 and 30.
Oh, okay, let me set now. Baruch 2 and 30. Alright. Let me get that precepts in Isaiah. So, okay. Isaiah 25 and 7. This is Isaiah 25 verse 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And who's that talking about? That's talking about Esau, how he took down the image of the Heavenly Father's Son, all right, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, all right, whose true name is Yahushai in the Hebrew. He took down the face of our Lord and Savior and put up his face, all right.
That's why, we got the thing called a Renaissance period, and you got a term called iconoclasm, okay, where this all happened, and this is documented, this is well known, this is what happens. That's why they start knocking off noses off of fucking statues and shit, just trying to hide shit, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can pretend it's them. That's what they do. Esau's a great fucking pretender. He likes to take on all these different cultures and make as if he was the one doing all that shit, man. When he weren't.
Yeah, so the Lord's gonna destroy that face, man. That veil is gonna be pulled back, all right, and it's gonna be revealed that this guy is the devil and a liar, man.
Yeah.
So you go from here. I'm gonna go to Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Okay, so this is prophecy. What's happening to us right now, this awakening, is all prophecy, man. Okay, we lost that identity, man, but we are remembering ourselves in this captivity. Okay, which happens to be the last captivity, man. Okay, so this is just purely prophecy of why it is Jake is just realizing that, oh damn, I'm an Israelite. You know, all through the spirit. Okay, because now we're challenging the powers that be that have set up these you know, these pillars of society, these pillars of knowledge, that the so-called white man is God's chosen people. He is a Jew, but he is not. And that's why we go back to Revelations 2 and 9. Mm-hmm. Those that say they are Jews but are not. Mm-hmm. We are directly challenging them for our heritage, man. Because it doesn't belong to them, man. It doesn't belong to you so-called white people. You are a bunch of fucking liars, man. Mm-hmm. Okay? And we're bringing it out through the scriptures that you're fucking liars. Okay? So what is happening to us is purely prophecy, man. But what you're doing is nothing but usurping, man.
Mm-hmm. Basically controlling the minds of the people, the opinion.
Yeah.
Vain opinion.
Because like I said, you're trying to hide the fact that you're Esau. Okay, so like I said, you're hiding who we are, but you gotta hide who you are too. So if you put yourself as the righteous when you're supposed to be the fucking wicked, okay, that is deception, man. That's getting people all bugged out. That's why they don't really know who you are. Okay? So like I said, you know, we're the guys, man. Okay, we're the guys. You ain't the guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna find out soon, man.
But you know,
we hear or forbear.
Well, we're gonna get more scriptures, and we're gonna get some information out. Just, you know, tad piece.
Yeah.
Grab me Zechariah 9 verse 6.
Alright, this is Zechariah chapter 9 verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
Alright, there's always been times where we've got heathens living in our lands, man. Okay, and you read the scriptures. There's been times where our people have shown heathens to live in the land. You know. Mm-hmm. Okay, we and bro was discussing about the account in Kings, man. I believe it was during the Assyrian captivity, where you had guys in the land that were getting ripped up by lions, man, because they didn't know how to keep the laws of the land, and they had to bring priests, Israelite priests over there to teach them, so that wouldn't keep happening. Okay, so you're gonna have people even from that time that, because they learned under the customs of the Israelites, you know, they'll call it Judaism today, which I'm gonna get into that in a bit. You know, they're going around believing that they're Israelites just because they keep the customs. But just because you keep, or you know, you call yourself keeping the laws and the commandments, and that doesn't make you an Israelite. Okay, because like we explained, man, this truth is only for Israel, mm-hmm. Only for the Israelites. Okay, it doesn't extend to the heathens, regardless of what you know about our culture. Mm-hmm. You know, regardless of what you know about it, it doesn't pertain to you. Okay, that's why when the Lord was on the scene and he spoke about the woman from Samaria, he said, you don't know what you worship. Mm-hmm. Because salvation is for the Jews, man. You know, there'll become a time where you won't worship in this mountain or something else, man. I can't remember. You know, you won't worship in this mountain, man. Mm-hmm. Because the Lord is seeking for the true worshippers of God.
Esau feels that way anyway, man. Like, for all you scoffers out there, when Jake go into so-called white populaces, where so-called white pride kicks in and supremacy kicks in, they act like everything's theirs anyway, man. Yeah. Jake go into the, you know, talking about a color issue here, okay, just in case you can't understand. When dark-skinned men go into a province where it's predominantly so-called white people, You don't fit in here. Oh, I'm a citizen. Oh, I was born here. They're like, so what? You're not us.
You're not real British.
You're not us. You know, wherever the place is, I'm just gonna say you're not us. And there's a divide there. You know, so it don't matter where you go. At the end of the day, where these Edomites go, they're not us, man. All right, they might call themselves us, but they're not us, man. All right, if you want to make it that, if it works for you, it works for us too.
So, I mean,
man.
you can try as hard as you want. You can believe it as much as you want, man. You can follow every law in the scripture if it's possible. It doesn't mean anything to you. You don't mean anything, okay? Because you have to be an Israelite, man, to pertain to, you know, the law, the adoption, the blessings, you know, all of that, you know, the kingdom, that all pertains to Israel, and you have to be of Israelite stock to receive those. Okay, but like I want to get into that in a minute. Okay, the point was just to make that, you know, throughout times, man, there's been different times where people have taken on at the role of being an Israelite, so to speak, you know, trying to adopt our laws and our customs, and they call it Judaism today, okay, which is what the so-called white man calls it today, and that's what he quotes himself following, and that is his claim to being a Jew. That's his claim, okay, because their ancestors followed Judaism from back in the day. But guess what? That still doesn't make you a Jew. It still doesn't make you an Israelite. Okay, because the term Jew, okay, goes back to the tribe of Judah. So what you're declaring is that you actually come from the tribe of Judah. Okay, or at the very least you come from the southern kingdom, okay, which would have been made up of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, majority. Okay, because that's what it would have been called back in the day in Judea, right? So that's what you're claiming. You don't claim to be any other tribes. Okay, you use that term Jew as if that's the whole of Israel. Okay, which is obviously it's not. What you do is follow. Well, you call yourself following the Tanakh. You know, the Torah. Okay, but really you don't even follow that. You got your own books, your own. You know, you got your Talmud, which is nothing but a witchcraft book. You know. But you use the Tanakh and the Torah, you know, as disguises, man, you know, to claim that you are God's chosen people. Okay, and this is what, the so-called white man pushes you in the world, in the world sphere, in the face of the world, that you're these people. Okay, that's why they had you put in the land in 1948, 1949, or whatever it was, you know, by the British, to establish that you are God's people. Okay, and no one can argue against that today. You argue against that, man, they call that anti-Semitism, which I fucking hate that word. Because it's fucking dumb as hell. Because there's fucking hell load of Shemites on the earth, man. Okay, not just, I mean, yeah, Esau's a Shemite, but there's plenty of other Shemites on the earth, man, with different races. Okay, so I fucking hate that term, man, because it's fucking ignorant. Okay.
So we just read, bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, all right, in our land, all right. Now, you know, the key point is bastard, you know, being one who is fatherless, right? And Esau has been
rejected.
You know, he's rejected. He's spiritually fatherless, man.
Yeah.
The only father that Esau has is Satan. All right.
And even Satan don't want him.
Yeah,
Satan's gonna give him up.
Satan's gonna give him up when the time comes. His witchcraft is not gonna be able to prosper to save him. Yeah. You know. But just to, off the back of that, of Esau being fatherless, Hebrews 12 and 16 says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane," which profane means ungodly, okay, or profane person as Esau. So that just shows you Esau is that profane bastard that's living in our land, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody winning, man. Well, that's the truth, man. You got, you know, like I said, that, you know, there's been multiple times where you had heathens come into the land and then pick up our customs and that kind of stuff. But like I said, that doesn't make them us. It doesn't make them us, okay? And what I wanted to get into, just, you know, briefly, man, you know, because speaking about these Idumeans specifically, these Edomites specifically, okay, there was times, you know, I'm gonna start in the Hasmonean dynasty, man, you know, where you had Edomites among us, man, that were, you know, fulfilling offices and stuff like that, okay, taking up our customs and you know, following our ways, so to speak, right? And this is what this, you know, from this point on, you know, this point onwards, it leads into the Herodian dynasty, okay, which we're all more familiar with when the Lord was on the scene. You had King Herod, right? Now, he claimed himself to be a Jew, okay, but he's a product of what was going on during the Hasmonean dynasty, man, with these Edomites up on the scene, okay, where they got into power and that kind of stuff. You know, Judea became a province of Rome and all that kind of stuff there. You know, he called himself a Jew, but it's well known that he was an Idumean. Okay, so you're gonna have Edomites, Idumeans calling themselves Jews. Okay, and that is what you got today. It's the same thing. Okay, because they are descendants of those, of, you know, that kind of group of people, man. They're those that have taken up our customs, but don't actually descend from them, you know, physically. Okay, by seed, they don't descend from us. Okay, they just took our customs on and then started to call themselves or label themselves Jews. Okay, because where you got the so-called Jews today, okay, they come from, you know, the majority of them come from the Khazar Empire. Okay, and the Khazarian Empire, you know, adopted Judaism. Now, and this is where the majority of these Jews that are in the land of Jerusalem, in the land of Israel, come from today. It's from this line, or, you know, from the Khazarian Empire, man. Okay, they took on Judaism, and they took their children, and their children took their children, and blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. And they actually believe that they are the Jews, but that is not the case. You just simply took on, you know, tried to take on took on our customs, our you know, our laws and stuff like that, man. Okay, but you don't actually descend back to any tribe of Israel. You descend from Edomite tribes, okay, which the Lord hates. The brother just read, you know, there's no man more profane than Esau. You come from his line.
Can I just add this? I just looked up the meaning of Ashdod, and it means powerful, right? And obviously, it's not only a place in Palestine or you know, west from Jerusalem, but also it has a definition of powerful. So, who has been in power? At the end of the day, who's been in power, man? These bastards. These bastards have been in power. I'm not saying that that's what that's saying. Obviously, we've already broke that down. I'm just saying it's ironic how the word Ashdod means powerful, and when you think about it, the profane man, these Edomites, all they've done is been in power. These bastards have been in power in our land, ruling over our people, man. And that's what the brother's been going into, you know. But I was just bringing that out, the meaning of Ashdod anyway. It means powerful. You know, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you know. So we can substantiate that the profane man is the one who's been in power, man.
So yeah, so like I was saying, man, these guys have taken on something that doesn't actually belong to them. Okay, so you can't claim to be us just because you know you got some books and you do some customs, man. Okay, you're not us. Going back to Revelation 2:9, man, you're imposters, man. You're liars. You do lie. Okay, but you got the whole world believing that you are the Israelites in the scriptures, which you don't fulfill the prophecies of the Israelites in the scriptures that we do. Okay, we fulfill all these prophecies. Everything that's happened to us, we went through. Our people went through. Not your people, man. You're nothing but a damn bunch of dirty rats, man, that the Lord despises and is going to destroy. There's no righteousness in that land. You know, if you're calling yourself to be the Israelites, man, hey, the world is meant to be at peace by now, man. As soon as you got into the land, there's meant to be peace. But there's nothing but calamities on the earth, man. No evil wickedness going on. Okay? But yeah, so like I said, there's examples in history where Edomites made themselves Jews. Okay, and like I said, from the Hasmonean dynasty into the Herodian dynasty, okay,
yeah.
all the way going into the Khazarian Empire, man. Okay, you got Edomites pretending to be us. Okay, wanting to be us. Okay, and that is still going on today. That's why it was important for them to destroy who we were. Because if there's no one else challenging them, they can say what the hell they want. Oh yeah, I've been keeping these customs for generations. My father was a rabbi and blah 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 blah. But no one else is saying shit. Ain't no one saying, oh, he's a fucking imposter. Ain't no one saying that. Because the narrative is the so-called white man's in rulership and he knows what's going on. That's what you believe. Every time Esau says something, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know? But because there's none of our people there to challenge it. Because we've been beaten the shit out of, we were discontinued. Okay, we was made to believe that we were someone that we weren't. You know? We switched places, man. We were just like, oh, well, I'm just black. So Jake is ignorant. Jake don't fucking know shit. So ain't no one saying that. So Esau gets free reign and he can say what the fuck he likes. But not anymore. Because we being brought back in remembrance in our captivity, man. Okay, and the Lord is giving us understanding of these scriptures. And now we stand and speak up against them. Okay, and the rest of the world telling you that these guys are fucking lying, man.
Yeah.
And that we are really the true children of the nation of Israel. All 12 tribes of us, man. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and all our descendants scattered abroad, man. We are the 12 tribes. That is prophecy. That is meant to happen in prophecy. Where's that happening with them? It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't exist, bro. You know? They're just clinging on to that lie. That's all they're doing. Because it's power for them. That lie is powerful. That land of Israel and that identity is powerful on the earth, man. Okay? But it's being taken away from them because it don't belong to them. Okay? Just a couple more scriptures, man. You know, little ill times, man, but grab us 2 Corinthians 11 and 14.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 14. It says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Okay, so like I said, you got these so-called Jews, these white devils, man, so-called white devils, man, proclaiming to be us, man. Okay, they're putting themselves out as children of God. Okay, but he ain't nothing but Satan. Okay, he's Satan who is lying to everybody, making them believe that he is someone that he is not. You know, and it's part of his design. It's a part of that conspiracy. It's part of that what was the word you used? Confederacy, man. You know, because ain't no one else backing them up, man. Because other people know, like these elites from these other nations know who we are. Okay, but it's kept on the low. It's kept quiet because they won't want us, man. Because they know there's great judgment coming upon them, man. If we get back into power, man, we're gonna take you guys down, man. Take you guys out. That's gonna happen anyway.
Which we will.
That's right. You know. But Obadiah 1 verse 6. Unless you got something there.
No, that's it. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay, his lies, man. All this hidden shit, man. Or who he is, or who we are. Like, he's trying to keep things on the low. Okay, but the Spirit's revealing all these things, man. And that's why we can stand out here and bowl and just say it to his face, man. You're a damn fucking Edomite and the Lord hates you. He's gonna destroy you, man. Okay? You ain't no Jew. You're a damn fucking liar, man. Okay, we're bold about it. We don't, you know what I mean? To us, that is the truth. Okay, there is no question about it. I don't think I'm an Israelite. I know I'm an Israelite. You know, I don't think you might not be what you say you are. I know you're not. I know that for a fact. Okay, and I don't need no fucking existential books dating back from way back when to prove that.
I don't need them.
No.
The Spirit convicted you, man. Convicted everything that's going on right now.
Persuaded in our own mind.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, it's exactly what faith we had that brought us into this truth in the first place to this day. That we, and every day, every week, doing videos, doing shows, going to highways and byways, is the same faith given to us as a gift from a Heavenly Father to curse you devils out, man. Because why? Because we don't doubt it, man.
No, there's no doubt.
It's evident, man. All right? It is evident that you the devil, man.
That's
and
right.
All you need to do is just go around the world and look at the places before. You just don't even have to travel. Just Google it. Just Google it, man. Look at the pictures. And it's evident that Esau's been there, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, you go check out Mount Seir, bro. You see the carvings in the mountains, man. You know, and then you go down to you go take a look at Rome back when Rome was popping. It's the same shit. You come here today. You go into London. It's the same shit. You go to America. It's the same shit. It's their spirit. You know, it's them. That's who you are. I don't care how hard you want to hide it. You know, cover it all up. No, that's not true. I mean, how many people how many people you sit there speaking against that? You got to set up your guys to argue against and that kind of stuff just to throw people off the trail.
Yeah.
But we don't care. People can believe what the fuck they like. We know what we believe in. You know, that's our faith. We know what we believe in. We know what the truth is, man. Okay, and there's only a certain amount of time you're gonna have to hide this from the world, man, because it's coming out. The truth is getting out, and people are starting to realize that you're just a fucking bullshit artist, man. Okay, go on up.
Genesis 4 and 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. All right, and Esau's that criminal, that vagabond, the wicked one that the earth has been given into his hand, and he had done nothing good with it, man. All right, and everyone's starting to be, see him being revealed as being who he really is through his track record. All right, a fugitive being that he's not paid for his crimes, and the Lord's gonna bring heavy judgment upon him, man. All right, and that's gonna start with America. And all these different pestilences that are gonna befall this rulership and these people. What's that in Isaiah? What 30 something? I'll get it in a minute.
Was that on? So it's like it wasn't.
Shall come down upon the people of my curse
I'll find it.
to judgment. Verse 13. It says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Yeah, because Cain knew that eventually he's gonna have to pay someday.
Pay the price.
Someday, and when that payment comes, it's gonna be all the Lord. The Lord doesn't forget. The Lord requireth that which is past, man. So we're gonna look at all his track record, all the way back, trace it all the way back to Cain.
Yeah.
Just be like, Lord's is gonna be.
It's a long list, man. That's a long paper trail.
Man, that's a nice whooping, man.
Yeah, it's Isaiah 34 and 5.
That was it, Isaiah 34 and 5. I'll just quickly read it for the sake of edification.
Yeah, man. So like I said, man, referring to Obadiah 1 and 6 again, man, these secrets are being sought out, man, through the Spirit, okay? And it's been made evident, okay? Through, as I say, we use the scriptures, man, but there's things in history, man, that you can reference to. Not all history will reference and back up what the scriptures say, man, but for the ones that we do, we'll use, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, there's been times in the Hasmonean dynasty where Edomites have got up and, into a certain position, called themselves Jews, and, everything was fine and dandy with them, and they were, the Herodians come along, and they were ruling in Judea, man. But they weren't of our people. And the Israelites didn't accept them as their people, man. They fucking hated him. They fucking hated the dude, man. He tried to appease them by building the temple and all that kind of stuff there, but they weren't buying that. He was an Idumean, man. He wasn't one of us. Okay, you have to be an Israelite through the seed and in the spirit, man. Okay, to receive salvation, to receive, you know, all that God promised us, man. Okay?
Yeah. This is Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. So this is the judgment that's going to befall you peoples. That sword being that missile, all right? The intercontinental ballistic missiles, they go high into the atmosphere and travel to another country.
To annihilate.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. So it's going to fall down upon you so-called white people, you Edomites, all right? Because you go all the way back, your progeny goes all the way back to Cain. And that's why he said, look, man, my punishment is greater than I can bear, because ultimately he's going to be destroyed. And upon the people of my curse, showing you the curse that was placed on Cain, guess what? It's going to fall upon his people, because that didn't happen to Cain as where he was. That happened it's going to happen in the future to judgment. All right, and that's it. You can read more on that if you needs be, man. That's all I wanted to bring out on that.
Yeah, but just to back up the point I was saying about you know, you gotta be an Israelite in the flesh and the spirit, like through the seed, man. Just read Romans 9. To start from 3. Just read a couple verses in.
This is Romans, okay, chapter 9, verse 3. It says, for I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Okay, so our family is according to the flesh, okay? And this is where everything belongs, within our family, man, among the nation of Israel, right? Going on.
It says, who are Israelites.
Right, so the family is Israel, okay? So that doesn't extend to those that, you know, were among us. They're not Israelites. Regardless if they're keeping customs or not, they were not Israelites. So his brethren, his flesh, weren't those that followed Judaism. That's not what the criteria was. The criteria was that you was of Israel, okay, and that you believed and you know you worshipped the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, that was the criteria. Okay, yep.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption.
Okay, it means to, you know, belongs. Who it belongs to. Okay, yep.
Yeah, it doesn't belong to you.
That's right. It wasn't promised to you. There's no promise made to these other nations. Okay, yep.
To whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises.
Okay, that's the kingdom, man. Okay, that it belongs to us, man. That's what, you know, that's what people don't get. You know, you're trying to call yourself being Christians and you follow God and that because you think you got to get some sort of inheritance at the end of it. You ain't gonna get jack shit. You're gonna get put into slavery for those of you that are not Israelites, and for 2/3 of you Israelites, you're gonna get put to death. Okay, because you don't have the truth, man. You don't really understand what this thing has been about this whole time. You know, Esau's gonna get his fucking ass whooped, man.
One more on that.
Yeah, read the next verse.
It says, whose are the fathers, and whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahweh came.
Okay, our fathers. The promises were made to our fathers, right? Okay. And it states here, who concerning the flesh, the nation that the Lord came for. Came for Israel. And that's repeated, you know, multitude of times. Okay, I don't even want to make it to be something else, but it says it here, it says in multiple places that the Lord came for the nation of Israel. Okay, so you have to be descendant from the nation of Israel to receive anything of the Lord, man. Okay, so just like I said, just claiming that you're a Jew or you follow the customs or, you know, that's not enough. I don't care how far back it goes. Okay, you are not, you so-called you Edomites, you so-called white people are not Jews, man. You're not Israelites. You're not anything. You're just a bunch of Edomites. The Lord's gonna fucking destroy. You know, that is your fate, man. Okay, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing whatever, man. Okay, the Lord ain't buying that shit, man. You can't deceive the Lord, man. You might as well fucking, you know, deceive these peons out here, but you can't deceive the Lord, man. Okay, you can't deceive us. Okay, so I ain't got nothing else to say up. No, unless you got something. Okay, so we're gonna end it with that. Hopefully this is edifying. We'll catch you boys on the next video, man. So till next time, shalom.
Shalom.